Hi everyone, Hayley here. I wanted to come on today and talk to you about my new book, Raising Up into the Higher Dimensions, Channeled Messages from the Pleiadian Council of Nine. So I actually released this maybe nearly 2 months ago now, but I haven't really shared much about it. However, the feedback from those that have bought the book have been really good. So this book, it's not for everyone, but it is for those that they feel the call within them to support the collective with the ascension process, to raise the collective consciousness, and even just in themselves to experience more of who they truly are and how to shift into the higher dimensions. And when I talk about the higher dimensions, it's not a place, we're not going anywhere. That's why on the book cover I put a girl with her feet on the ground, because this is really a grounded, embodied experience. We're here on earth. So what's happening is when we shift into the higher dimensions, it's just another frequency range, it's just another state of consciousness, a way of being. We're going to experience a less duality, less perceived separation and fear, and it's going to be more unity, more harmony, more love. So that's what this book is really about. So what happened was the Pleiadian Council of Nine came to me last year in 2020, and they asked me to bring through messages for the collective to help them raise up into the higher dimensions. So I was like, yes, it sounds really good, like I can do that, like I want to be of service to humanity, and I know that I'm a channel and it's my utmost importance and a high value of mine to be the clearest channel that I can be, to bring through just the purest information that I can. And I thought, what have I got to lose? So I committed multiple times a week to sit down in the morning and bring through a message for the collective. At first I just wrote everything down in my notebook because I'm like, what have I got to lose? No one has to see this. If I decide that I don't want to share this, then that's fine. But I started to share some messages on my social media accounts, and the response was really good. People could really resonate with them, and yeah, so I was like, people need to hear this. I know that they did not come to me for me to keep all this information to myself, and it's to support others and the collective. So I turned it into a book. So their messages in 2020 and 2021. So specifically for this time, I really felt that it can really help people navigate the time we're in now, because the Pleiadians and other beings from different star systems, and they've been through their own ascension process. It's not necessarily the same, but they can relate and understand in that way, where they have gone through that process of ascension, of raising up into the higher dimensions. So they're kind of like these grandparent energies that want to support us, want to assist us. And so the messages are very clear, like they're very direct with like what they want to say. Also very loving, but they're like kind of like, this is what would support you at this time. And a lot of the messages are about, going within, connecting with your heart, removing the layers that aren't really us, which is really important at this time, these specific messages. So yeah, and basically, if you can see here, they're daily messages, so if you did want to just read the book from the front cover to the back like a normal book, you can, but I recommend reading one message and really tuning into it, seeing how it feels within you, if it resonates. Like with anything, whether it's channeled messages or not channeled, always use your discernment, see how it feels within you, and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I do recommend just going through one message and really integrating it within your being. You know, there are some practical advice that you can incorporate into your life. So it's reading a message, and then you could sit in meditation and contemplate it and feel the energy of it and really think about how you can incorporate it into your life. And then you could move on to the next message the next day or the next week. You know, this information is not just to be skimmed through and chucked aside and onto another book. Like, it's to be applied in our life if we really want to create change. And so it's really important for this time that we all go within our own being, like the Pleiadians say, you know, stop the finger pointing at everyone else and waiting for the governments or certain things to change. What we can do is go within our own being and sort through our own stuff, and then watch that reflect out in our outer world and affect the collective consciousness. So this book is on Amazon. You can get the paperback, or it is available on Kindle. So yeah, check it out if you feel called. There's lots of different messages, as well as some overlaying messages underneath, because there are certain themes and codes that they do want to get through. So yeah, check it out, and I look forward to hearing about how you found it. Much love.